Hi, I'm Mike Tenney, host of Pop Culture Catechism for Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Word. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how can its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hid. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under the bushel basket, but on the lampstand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. This is continuing Jesus' famous Sermon on the Mount, which we started yesterday and will continue with for the next few days. And these are the famous similes of salt and light. Now, salt would have made a lot of sense to the people Jesus was talking to back in the day, because they used salt for a lot of different stuff, and it was very, very valuable. People got rich off of salt mines, and they didn't have like Old Bay or Tony Chachere's, or they didn't have any of that fancy stuff, barbecue sauce or ketchup. Basically, they had salt, and like maybe some garlic or some dill, like maybe a few other herbs and spices and that sort of thing. But mostly, it was salt is what they were using to seasoning their food. But they also used salt for preserving food because they didn't have refrigeration. So you salted the meat. So if we are the salt of the earth, it's like we are supposed to protect the earth against evil, but also make the earth better, like bring out the natural goodness of the earth. Like that is our job, to save the world from evil and to actually make it more exciting. And I would often use this verse when I'm speaking to youth, because I think a lot of times we get this idea, this stereotype of Christianity that it's supposed to be kind of dumb and boring and bland. And Jesus is like, no, Christianity is spicy. Like you're supposed to get people's attention. It's supposed to bring out the best in the world. It's not a killjoy. It actually shows you what is the real joy in life. And then, of course, the simile of the lamp. You don't hide it under a bushel. And I think a lot of times we as Christians, a lot of times in kind of a false humility, we hide our gifts and our talents when really we should be putting them on display not in a selfish, hey, and look at me, how awesome I am sort of way, but in a magnanimous way, showing like, hey, look at what God's done for me. And yeah, I want to share this with other people. I want them to see the goodness of God in my life. I want to be a witness, so that, as Jesus says, it's so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. So the next time you're thinking about doing something good, like examine yourself a little bit and think, am I doing this for selfish reasons? Or am I doing this so that other people can see it and glorify God? And then maybe it's a mix of motivations. Choose the right motivation. Say, you know what? I'm going to do this to set a good example and glorify God. I have been Mike Tenney. This has been Awaken the Word.